GC, talk to us. Big storm rolled through here. Really terrible images. Honestly, I'm thinking a lot about people in North Carolina, South Carolina, the Big Bend area. Really tough over there. But give us a little update about what happened in
Yeah, I
Jacksonville.
mean, I think that's where we should start here,
Yeah.
just thinking of others. This is one of the deadliest storms to hit our country, and the images that you see are heartbreaking. So our thoughts and our prayers are with those who lost loved ones, who are displaced. There's a long cleanup going, and our thoughts and our prayers are with those that were way more affected. Here in Jacksonville, this was a big storm, and I got to tell you, the winds from the storm, they were probably the highest winds that I had felt in any of the close call storms that we've had over the number of years. We saw gusts up to about 60 to 70 miles per hour in Jacksonville. So, this was one. Listen, whenever we have a storm, we want to prepare for the worst and we want to hope for the best. And we certainly were prepared for the worst here. And, clearly the best did not happen. But here is what's important for all of you, right? Number one is about protecting people. And then number two, it's about protecting property. And everybody here at JWB is safe. All of our clients, all of our residents, all of our vendors, everybody in the JWB network is safe. Very thankful for that. The part of protecting property is then obviously what our responsibility is for our clients. And I got to tell you, I am so proud of my team for the way that we step up in moments like this. If you could have heard the messaging in our Tuesday morning meeting being delivered by Melissa, who is the director of our property management team, she just commended everybody on the team and said, guys, this was our moment to shine. This was our moment to shine for all of our clients who live in 49 states and 13 countries who depend on us to make sure that, number one, people are taken care of, and number two, property is taken care of. We not only had all of our team here making sure that we were being there for your residents, whether that's manning the phones, whether that is making sure that those work orders are taken care of, but we had other departments of JWB that just were jumping in and saying, how can I help? We have other departments that it's not their responsibilities to talk to our residents. They said, I want to be there. I want to help. So I'll share some of these stats with you because I do want to give you some perspective on work orders. But I got to tell you, this is why you invest with a vertically integrated company. It is for great moments that we all love celebrating, but it's when there are really tough moments and you need somebody to have your back. That is when a vertically integrated company is there to shine. And so I'm very proud of the team, all 130 plus individuals here at JWB working on your behalf to make sure that this storm has mitigated effects, certainly on your investment. And then number one, everybody's safe. So we feel very good about that.
Awesome, man. I think that you were agreed, right? Like this is definitely the hardest I've been rocked since being here in Jacksonville. For me, it represented, I lost power from maybe 1 a.m. to 4 p.m. the next day.
Right.
I saw a bunch of outages around town. Never really felt in danger, thank God, right? I feel like that was a really big thing, especially seeing the whole effect. Do you have any kind of understanding? You're saying there's elevated maintenance and things of the sort, right?
Yeah.
Any understanding on if something happened in one of our properties, will we already have been contacted? Is that still being taken inventory of?
Well, so that's going to be an ongoing process.
Okay.
Here's how it goes. At times like this, it is contacting our clients who need to be contacted when there's real issues. So if you haven't been contacted, that's a good thing. Do not expect a call to every client letting you know that your property is safe. Those calls happen routinely throughout the months anyways.
Yeah.
So that would happen at its regular schedule for you. But if there is an issue, you 100% will be notified. You may have already been notified, but of course, things continue to roll in as far as work orders. So no news is good news for you as a client if you don't hear from us. And of course, if there's an issue, we're going to reach out to you and talk to you about how we're going to solve that problem.
Cool. So if I haven't gotten a call, probably everything's okay, but there is a chance that maybe somebody just hasn't reported something and I might get something.
Exactly.
Cool. That makes sense.
The calls continue to come in.
Yeah. Any overall stats?
Yeah. So I asked the team to share the stats with me. Obviously, in other close calls for major storms, we've been able to share those stats and to give you a perspective of how, listen, this was just kind of a regular storm in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. But I do want to be transparent with you. This was an elevated number of maintenance work orders, and I wanted to put some stats behind it so the team prepared those for me. We had 190 work orders that were open due to the hurricane just since Friday. And if you count the total number of work orders, which happened either due to the hurricane or just because life happens, we've opened up 307 work orders that would include both hurricane and non-hurricane items. That is a super high volume for our team.
Yep.
We had 94 calls that came into our phone line, which is our Fix-It phone line, which we share with all of our residents. And that just came in on Friday, which was when the brunt of the storm had sort of passed through. And it was the first day for all of our all of our vendors to get out there and take a look at all of the items. But check out this stat, guys. This is a stat that shows you that we are here for you in even the toughest moments. We had 96% of our phone calls answered on Friday.
Wow.
96% at a day where we had a super elevated call volume, and more importantly, a day when people needed to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So this is just answered on the first call.
Mm-hmm.
The other call, 4%, were probably called back right there. And just to put it in perspective, we average about 56 work orders a day that are open, managing this roughly 6,000 homes that we manage.
Mm-hmm.
And these days we're averaging 102 work orders a day. So basically double the call volume due to the storm.
Mm-hmm.
But we're built for this. This is why we are here. Even if our property management department team gets overloaded, all of JWB jumps in to make sure that we're there with your residents when they need it most. And no stat highlights that more than 96% call answered on a day like that.
Yeah, man, I can imagine a property manager that doesn't have, the scale that you all do, right? We talk about this as an advantage as an investor, but also like for the people that are living in my home, a property manager that doesn't have 120 people under one roof and people in the bullpen and people beyond the bullpen, kind of like waiting in the wings that are able to jump onto stuff. It has to be a major relief for that homeowner that's calling, trying to understand something that's going to happen. Renter. Yeah. That renter that's calling. Yeah. That's a big deal.
And, you have got to be there with people when they need you there.
Yeah.
Right. That is the essence of customer service. No other time that is needed more than when you have a major house thing that may have happened to you because of a hurricane.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of the team, and we're going to continue to keep you updated. Guys, listen, maintenance costs are a part of this investment, and you also have insurance for times like this as well. So you are prepared for this because of the insurance that you have. We'll take care of the items that are resulting from this as well. Make sure your resident experience is top notch as well, and we'll continue to deliver those great returns for you even in the midst of a storm.